Well, welcome to LA2M with improved sound system. This is Lunching Arbor Marketing. If you can please take your seats, it is high noon. And we have our illustrious speaker who's about to speak, which is very exciting. And how's everybody doing today? Good. Okay. Any first timers? Anyone here for the first time? A few of you. Okay, welcome. Well, it's about time. Yeah, it's about time. We are here every week. We're easy to find. We're at Conner O'Neill's every Wednesday. And we always have incredible speakers who can really teach you a few tricks about marketing or networking or a variety of topics. So it's always interesting. And just so you know, LA2M, Lunching Arbor Marketing, is a 501c3 nonprofit. So we, which is pretty cool. You know, that means we're a volunteer organization. We focus on marketing education. And we essentially host these programs for free. So you're welcome to come for free and listen. If you want to eat lunch, as you know, you can get a $10 lunch from Conner's, which is a pretty great deal. And there's really nice servers that come around and take care of you. And then we pass the hat, right, Stacy? This is Stacy Collick from Dollar Bill Printing. She's the treasurer for LA2M, and we are what I would consider old school. So we pass the hat that helps pay the bills. Now we have a suggested $3 donation, and then basically that money goes to support programming. You know, I think we're talking about doing some even bigger programs that would be cool, and then you'll be able to enjoy those as well. So Stacey's going to pass the hat. Again, you don't have to donate, but if you want to, you're welcome to. And just for all those of you who are new, you know, we do have a LinkedIn group where you can connect with members here, and we also have a Facebook page, and I encourage you to like our page. We have a hashtag that we use. Hashtag is LA2M, so if you are live tweeting, please use that. And if you want to check in on Foursquare, you can check in directly at LA2M on Foursquare. And then you can see all your other friends that checked in too. So that's kind of my spiel. And I guess I'm gonna introduce the speaker in just a second. And just to give you an idea of format, the speaker will talk for approximately 30 minutes, and then there can have some Q&A. And then at 12:45, you get to go around the room and introduce yourself with your name and who your company is, etc., etc. So that's all that. And so Tammy she actually wrote a nice introduction. I've known Tammy for a while, but I didn't know all these things, so I'm going to tell them to you. So Tammy's the owner of Women Making Connections, which you may have heard of. She's been networking for over 20 years. At the age of 24, does that mean you're 44? I'm doing some math here. She started the Heartland Chamber of Commerce. The age is right there. She was also a local pastor in the United Methodist Church. Interesting. That's probably why she's such a charismatic speaker. She's an entrepreneur, a mom, a friend, and connector. Yeah, which is very nice. And a nice person she is too. So she's moved from one experience to another, working in retail and outside sales, moving on to marketing, and even phone sales. Wow.
I used to sell cars too.
Okay, cars. Oh, yeah. Wow. She can sell anything. Okay, that's cool. Tammy's owned a couple of businesses and is always willing to support others in a new business development. And Tammy's been an active member of LA2M. She's always here being supportive and helping people connect. So she's skills at connecting people through introductions. Yeah, and so I'm pleased to introduce you to Tammy Burgess. Give her a round of applause, folks.
Thank you so much for letting me be here today. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to share some of my skills, I guess, with you. I don't have an education in networking. I didn't go to school to learn how to build relationships, but I have been doing it, like I said, for 20 years or a little bit longer. We won't go into the age thing because you're only as old as you feel, right? So I think that there are a lot of business owners here like myself who may have gotten into business by accident. And I've been the owner of Women Making Connections for 6 years, but we kind of started out as it was a volunteer thing that I wanted to do to bring women's organizations together. So we had the National Association of Career Women, we've had ABWA, American Business Women, Women Business Owners. We've got lots of acronyms for all these women's organizations. I thought it would be kind of fun if they all got together at one location. So we decided to host an event at Carytown, and I invited all the organizations to come And Karen Farmer, if you know her, she manages Carytown. She kept saying, how many people? We just have one little room where the spices are now over there. And I said, not more than 100. I'm sure not more than 100. So we had some people come with tables, some businesses, and 180 women showed up the very first day. And we didn't really know where to put them, what to do, but it was such a great turnout that businesses wanted to come back. We supported nonprofit organizations like Safe House and the Women's Center of Southeastern Michigan. And so that's been kind of our format, is to support nonprofit organizations at our events and to bring in local businesses so that business women can meet other businesses that are there to support them and do business together. The men have been doing business together, and they've got that old boys network. Some of you may know about it. Some of you, it's kind of going by the wayside because the girls are taking over now. But the boys have been doing business on the golf course, at happy hour. I'm sure some man invented happy hour just so he didn't have to go home right from work. He could tell his boss he was going to meet a client. He could tell his wife he had to meet a client. He got to go to the bar, have a drink before he ever went home. So we like to do happy hour too, ladies, right? I see some nodding. So at our events, we always make sure that there's a lot of fun happening. We don't really allow chairs. Here you get to eat lunch, which is nice, but it makes it difficult to get up and network. So our tables are tall and round, and we want you to walk around and enjoy the food and beverages and really meet each other. So the first event was really a very social time, and it's been a very good event for a lot of people. We've gotten a lot of good response for it, and we continue to do that. And we've been working with women to make connections for 6 years now. But, oh, I'm supposed to do slides. Sorry, I'm not a slide person. So that's me. So networking is reciprocating relationships. And that just means that if I'm going to do something for you, you're doing something for me, we're making introductions. And that's really what networking should be about, is making those introductions for each other. I know you're eating right now, but by a show of hands, how many people came here today, or how many people are regular networkers? Even if it's your first time here. Okay, so a lot of people are. How many people came with a goal in mind? Quite a few. Okay, would somebody be willing to share their goal with us? Mark?
I wanted to meet the guy that ran Connor O'Neill's. His name is Sean. And Connor O'Neill is actually the name of the owner's 10-year-old son. So now you can win the trivia contest.
So you want to meet Sean?
I met Sean.
You met him, so your goal has been met?
Yeah.
Very good. Who else had a goal?
I wanted to meet two people I haven't met before, find out a little bit about them, a little bit about their business, and how I can help them.
So Rich is looking to meet two people he has not met before to find out if he can help them in their business. Are there two people who don't know Rich Austin?
Everybody stand up at once.
I'm on either side.
Rich is pretty well known. He's with Sandler Training, and his goal is to meet two people. So if there are two people here that would like to meet Rich, he's sitting right here in the gray sweater. Please raise your hand, and you guys can catch up with him later. Okay. Anyone else have a goal? Yes.
Me?
Mary Suzanne.
I actually had the same goal as Rich, and to introduce my friend Stephanie Stevens to the group, who owns Inopia Van Arbor, an after-school learning enrichment program for 4 to 14-year-olds. It's amazing, and she's amazing, so that was my other goal. This is Stephanie Stevens, and now I've accomplished my goal.
There we go. Thank you very much. Should I see another hand over here? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have 2 job openings that I'm looking to fill. So, what's up, designers?
So what's your name?
I'm Kyle. With the
Kyle?
Group.
Kyle needs 2 employees, correct?
Yep.
For design? Are there any people here, designers, who are looking for a job? Okay. Well, we're going to get back to that question. We're going to see if we can help you out. I'm not used to cameras. So this is kind of what I like to do, is I like to find out who is here, what they need, and how we can help support them and make those introductions. So I'm going to tell you a little story about when I was working in Traverse City for a few months. It was a nice time. It was summer. I went up there for a couple of days each month to do an event in October. And I would go to the chamber meetings, the Rotary meetings, wherever I could find some networking event. And I always prepared, looked online, found out where the networking events were, what days, and then I would plan my trip accordingly. Just like you should do, even if you're staying locally. Find out where you're going, what's happening, and if the people who are there is the market that you're looking for. Kyle has come here looking for designers. I think this is a perfect place for him to be here. There are a lot of people in that kind of business in this room right now. He might not have that if he went to a different organization. I was going to say women's organization, but that might be kind of funny. But you can find some good designers. There's some really great, talented women out there. So I went up to Traverse City, went to all the networking events, and met this one woman probably the first or second month that I was there. And I invited her to come to a chamber meeting the following month. We was at the Holiday Inn outside, very nice, and we're walking around and I'm introducing her to people. She lives in Traverse City. She has a business in Traverse City. And I was introducing her to people. She looked at me, she's like, how do you know all these people? I said, I network. I get to know who you are, ask some questions, listen to the answers, figure out how we can connect and what we can do to work together. And then that helps me to remember who you are. So by asking and listening, you're really going to help build those relationships. And so through that, she learned a lot. And now I actually hired her as my coach. And then she said, we have to stop you paying me because I'm learning just as much from you as you are from me. So that was an eye-opener for me. Really, I didn't realize what I was doing. But going around making introductions for people was really the key to building my own network. So think about who you are, who you know, because the people you know are people I don't know. But we could probably work together. Like Kyle needs people. But they're not here right now. But I bet you guys know some people. So, another slide. Sorry. Okay. So these are the people. Little circles. It's really good up here too. It's kind of small on mine. But we've got friends, good friends, family, the webmates. So if you're social media, LinkedIn, you've got a whole bunch of people there. Random business acquaintances, friends of friends, workmates. I'm not really sure what uni means. Does anybody know that?
At university alumni or?
Maybe. Nobody else seems to know, so that's a good answer. We like that one. So think about when you're looking at who you know, start going through those friends of friends, because they're important. Your university mates, your family, the people that you know on LinkedIn, Facebook, those kind of things. Start figuring out where it is that you can start making connections. If you have that goal in mind and you know what you want, this is going to help you get there. If you just start collecting friends online or running into people and collecting business cards, you're not going to really get very far. I'm going to show you a number here. Anybody have any guesses as to what this number is?
That's the number of people in your LinkedIn group.
You already knew that.
107 of you.
5,879,107 people is how many people I'm 3 degrees away from. That's what LinkedIn says. I only have 489 people in my LinkedIn connection, but almost 6 million people, those 489 people know. So when we go back to that, it really does make an impact on a number of people. Now, I don't want to know 6 million people. I don't know what I would do with 6 million people. But if I needed to know somebody, of those 489 people, I'm able to get in connection with that many people. So if I needed a graphic designer, somebody in my connections knows a graphic designer. Somebody knows a travel agent. Somebody knows someone else. I'm not really sure how good these connections are. I mean, maybe if I put out a request that everyone who's 3 degrees away from me send me $1, and then we could see if they really are my friends. I mean, I can use $6 million. Would you guys send me $1 if I sent that out?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, good. So now you just have to ask your millions of friends to send me $1 too, and we'll be all set. I'll share if it works. So 5,879,107. Does anybody else have a number that they know about their 3 degrees of LinkedIn? It's pretty amazing. The statistics are on there, and it changes on a regular basis because some people remove contacts, some people add contacts, so it fluctuates up and down. And then, sorry, we must not use the slides and trying to keep track. I just keep blabbering, but hopefully I'm on track here. So the networking really is not just those numbers. It's not a list, it's not lunch, it's not business cards, it's not emails or an event. And I host events and you're all eating lunch here, and this is not networking. This is lunch and listening, hopefully learning. But afterwards and before, you can do some networking. But you've got to ask and listen and pay attention. I was at a chamber meeting, and this guy came up to me, and he just like shoved his card right in my face and said, "I'm so-and-so, and I'm with the Prison Reform Center." And I was like, okay. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know why he approached me. I wasn't really sure what we could do together, because he didn't ask me who I was. I'm a single entrepreneur, and he had people who needed employment, and I didn't need his services, but he didn't even stop to ask me. He just went on this long spiel of what he does. So when you're out there, again, it's not business cards. It's not handing your business cards out hoping that somebody's going to call you. It's not about collecting a bunch of business cards. It's really about relationships. What do we say? Reciprocating relationships. It's about listening and asking. How many people here arrived around 11:30 today? And Clara was even earlier than that. Clara, when you attend events, do you try to get there early so you can meet people?
Well, Tammy, I know I should.
But Clara, last night we had an event, and who was the last person to leave?
I was.
What were you doing?
I was networking.
Networking. So networking doesn't always happen during lunch, but it happens before and after lunch. Or if you're rich, you're sitting between two people who don't know him, and that's what his goal today is, to meet two people who he doesn't know, who he can talk to about his business and find out if he can help them with their business. So really, again, networking is not a list of people on LinkedIn. It's not your so-called friends on Facebook. My assistant just went through, she said she had 1,500 friends on Facebook. She and her husband went through to figure out who they actually knew. They're down to about 400 people now, and she said there are still people on the list that she's not sure really how she's connected to them. So it's not the friends. It's not even the event that we were at last night where we hula hooped and had a good time. It was about afterwards, connecting with people. And emails, I don't know about you guys, but my email box just gets loaded up with stuff all the time. And I don't particularly like it when people say, "Hey Tammy, here's Joe. Joe, meet Tammy." I don't know who Joe is. I just get this little email telling me to meet this person. When you're making an introduction, you really should think about face-to-face. Call Joe up, call Tammy up, say, hey, let's have coffee. It adds to your value as a person who people want to do business with. It gives you access to those two people and the people they know, which is going to help build your relationships and your networking. And it's just a really nice way to do it. You can't do that if you're trying to connect with somebody through LinkedIn, if they're someplace else. I met a guy who wrote for a Guatemalan newspaper through connections I had on LinkedIn because I needed to meet someone from Guatemala. And I went through my LinkedIn connections and made a connection that way. But he was in Houston, the other guy was in New York. We weren't going to get together for coffee. But that was a nice little way to use those 6 million connections that are in my network. But if you're local, I really suggest you sit down, coffee, happy hour, lunch, something like that, just to build those relationships and really make that part of who you are and what you do. Pretty soon people will expect that when they need something, you're the person they call. You want to be the go-to person. You don't want to just be the person who sends the emails back and forth. Networking, again, is not random. So don't just think that you show up at an event and people are going to call you. It's not those business cards. You really have to make a difference. Social media really does work, but again, it has to be reciprocating. So if you are Facebook friends or LinkedIn, LinkedIn does a lot of recommendations. So if you're giving people recommendations, because they have to be honest though. I get requests all the time from people saying, will you recommend me? Or what? We haven't done business together. I might not even know you. We may have met somewhere at a networking event, but I'm not going to give out recommendations unless it's really somebody I know or somebody I've done business with, because that makes me look bad. So when you're doing this, networking, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, be conscious about what you're doing, who you're making those introductions to, and who you're accepting as friends. There was a whole news article today about Facebook friends and how men, sorry guys, this is what the newscaster said, men are much more willing to accept friends that they don't know through social media, especially from females, than women are. Women will be more discreet about who they accept as friends on their Facebook pages. So just a word of advice to really know who they are, because again, it goes back to your reputation. Everything here is public. People want to know what's going on. They can see who you know. They can see what those people do and how that affects you. If you're connected with people who are people you don't want to be connected to, but you haven't done your research or you've just accepted them, that can reflect on your reputation. So you've got to protect your reputation online for sure, which I think we need to all teach our teenagers as well. But as adults, we should know better, but still we think we're adults and we can do this and we can accept things and we post things that probably shouldn't be posted. But that all goes back to your network, your reputation, and how you're perceived. Let's see what we have here. There we go. So I'm asking you all to think about what you're doing and be more aware of the people you're connected to. Have a plan. We had some other goals that weren't met today. Who had their hand up? Kyle and somebody else had a goal. Does somebody have a goal? You had a goal, Lisa.
You had to say.
So Lisa wanted to hear me speak. I hope that you learned something. And then you met your goal. Kyle didn't get to meet his goal, but is there somebody in here who knows a couple of people who might be looking for jobs that they could connect Kyle to? Anybody? We got 2 or 3 hands up. So, Kyle, did you see who raised their hands? Maybe you can connect with them afterwards.
Absolutely.
And through that circle of friends that they have, maybe you can connect up with those. Maybe some of the 6 million people I know could help you out. And so we want to be good stewards of people's time as well. And so service is really a key for us when we're networking. I want to meet certain people for certain reasons. I have a goal in mind. And so I try to find out where those people are, who they are, what they do, if they're on the board of some committee or charity or something like that. So being sincere, though, not just out to get something, I can go and volunteer at an organization where the person I might want to meet is on the board, or I know that they volunteer there. So that's a good way to build that relationship, because then you're dealing with somebody that you know, somebody who trusts you, because you're doing similar things that they are. Gordon, he keeps looking at me and making me a little nervous. Gordon was so nice. I saw him last time. Was it last week you were here, or 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. And Gordon came and helped me try to organize, which I felt like I was organized when I got here, and now I'm just getting a little nervous. But Gordon was really great because I went up to him and I said, I'm speaking in 2 weeks, and I've never done any kind of PowerPoint. I just kind of get up and I talk, but I need to be more organized. And so he graciously came and helped me figure out how to keep everything in order. Not sure I'm doing him justice right now, but, but thank you very much. It was really great. And so another point of service is to give back or to give something. And so Gordon was able to give me a little more confidence and a little more structure to my talk. And hopefully I can give back to him, and we can each do something for someone. So, Rich, what is it that your business is? I'm just trying to get you to give something to somebody.
Tammy, could you do me, since my mouth is full, could you help me out with that?
See, that's Rich's line. He's really good about getting other people to talk about his business. Rich is with Sandler Training, and they help people learn how to, I say they teach people how to have a better attitude and to help with sales or confidence, really. But it's sales training. Right, Mike? Is that what you say? Sales training? But it's a really great program. So what I was asking is, what can you do to help somebody to take a step in the right direction, to either meet other people or to grow their business? What is it that you can just offer? The way Gordon offered me his services, just a little sampling of what he does. What can you do that you could offer to people as a small sample?
Well, we believe you have to give to get. That's somebody's law of compensation, right, Emerson? Emerson, okay. So, one thing that we do is we host luncheons for business owners and entrepreneurs at our facility here in Ann Arbor. And we invite them in to take a look at how, their prospects in their world may find decisions how they buy. How we as business owners attempt to sell to them, and why we screw it up so much.
Okay.
So we take
So you do a lunch and learn.
We do a lunch, and also I just have conversations with people to help them understand what their comfort zone is, how to step outside that with some confidence, and how to grow.
And how to, like I said, the confidence is huge there, and how to grow, and how to close more sales. And so, if you're interested, again, that's something that Sandler offers as a sample, a gift to you to come to one of their lunch and learns. And what I want you to recognize right now is that this isn't about me, or it's not about networking or about my slides. It's really about Rich and Sandler and you. And that's what is really going to help you build your business, your connections, people who want to do business with you. When you start promoting other people's business, they want to be around you. They want to do business with you because you're promoting them. Clara, do you want to say anything about what you do?
I sure would love to.
Tell us.
I own MX Design, and we have been partnering with actually Women Making Connections, which is a great organization that's helped me.
Okay, it's not about me, and it's not even about you. It's about everybody else, right?
Yes.
So what can you do for everybody or one particular person? What is it that you specialize in that could make somebody's business better?
Well, you know, small and mid-sized companies and nonprofits come to me because they're struggling with standing out from their competition. And I like to sit down with people and help them figure out who their clients really are and how do we attract them. So if somebody would like to sit down with me, I can definitely offer that as a free consultation.
So that's what I love, is when people will sit down with you for free, because Clara does have some really good insight about the market and where your business might not be headed, but could be. Because we put blinders on, we know what we want, but as soon as we bring somebody else in, it expands. And so, again, Clara's offering to anyone who wants to expand their vision of their business to come and sit down and talk with her. So again, it's about giving. What'd you say? I was going to say it's about giving and not getting, but you said it to give,
Give to get.
to get.
Give to get.
And but you have to go in with not expecting to get. To go in to give, make those introductions, promote other people, and have a plan and a goal in mind. So my goal today was hopefully to shed a little light on networking, because we all do it over and over again, and sometimes we don't always know what we're doing. Some people, how many people didn't have a clue why they were here today? They just show up because it's a regular Wednesday deal. Anybody? I see some smiles and some nudges going on, but no hands.
Well, I guess being a semi-regular, I know there's going to be faces that I will see that I've seen before, and then I'll also have faces I haven't met before. So
Okay.
coming, the goal is more to see people I already know as well as meet other people, but it's not specific.
That's okay. So you're running into people that you haven't met, or running into people that you've met before and catching up with them, and then meeting new people. So that's good. What do you do when you meet a new person? Do you just say hello, or do you?
I introduce myself. In this environment, I at least mention what my skills are and ask them about their business, what brings them to Lunch Ann Arbor marketing. It might be that it's just an interesting topic. Have they been before? Just to find out more about other people.
Okay. And do you ever follow up?
Always. Always
Okay.
follow up. An email was nice meeting you, or if I find them on LinkedIn. You know, it was great meeting you at Lunch Ann Arbor Marketing. It was great talking to you.
Good.
Join me.
That's great. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're following up. So once you've planned, prepared, you've got your goal. And the other key thing, and I know this happens a lot and sometimes too often to me, is that we go to a networking event and we forgot to refill our card case, and we show up without business cards. And I just want to give at least the ladies a tip. So this is my card case here, and because we have purses, it's a little different for you guys. Just pull out your wallet and you get your business cards. It's nice and easy, but we're often digging in our purse looking for something. So if you've got some special kind of case, I know I can reach in my purse and feel this texture on here, and I can just pull it right out. And oftentimes I'll just carry this without a purse, because then I can put my business cards on one side, and then I can put the person that I met, their business cards on the other. And this kind of keeps me in order too for follow-up. So when I go back to my office, I can just pull out the cards of the people I've met. I can either make phone calls or, like you said, send them an email, or maybe set up a lunch or something like that. So this is just a cigarette case that I got at the liquor store. They have a whole bunch of different ones. And hey, I said girls like happy hour too. You know? So a little card case is a great way to do that. So make sure you're following up. And I didn't make a list of the rules, but I'm in the process of writing a book called Cracking the Connection Code, and it has 10 rules for networking, and the card case is one of them. And I hope you learned something. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I want to thank Gordon again for his help. Hopefully I did okay. And if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Thank you.
Hi, thanks Tammy. I'm Tiffany Reisner. Hi everyone. We actually have a couple of sweet questions for you. One's from Kyle, because he's a social media man, so I'll let him address that. But we also had a comment from @JaneFader about, she says, as a woman who networks, I find that having goals breeds inauthentic relationships. Can you speak to that?
I'm sorry, having goals?
Having goals or networking, coming into a group and having preset goals or something like that. Do you feel like that would breed an inauthentic relationship? Can you speak to that?
I don't believe so, because if you just show up with nothing in mind, you're going to get nothing. So if you have a goal, you can share that goal with people, just like Rich did. And he's not here just to meet two people so he can sell them something. He's here to meet two people to see if there's a possibility of them working together, and if they're interested, then he can help them grow their business. I mean, you have to, your goal has to be something that's mutual, reciprocating relationships.
I'll tweet her back.
That's my first tweet question. I like it.
Yeah, we're trying to get it going online. So if you guys have your phones or iPads or whatever, I just came back from South by Southwest, so I'm used to doing about 4 things at once now. It's really easy to live tweet what you're doing and then get conversations going in multiple places. But other than that, my question was, when you're setting these goals, when you're going to networking events, how do you set, first off, realistic goals, and second off, goals that are measurable? So when you come out of it, you know, all right, yeah, that was worth my time, that was worth going to.
Well, if your goal is to just meet people, then you're not really sure whether or not you've accomplished anything. If your goal is to meet 2 people or 4 people, or to close a deal, to set an appointment with somebody, then it's measurable and you can do that. If you're just going to meet people and there's nothing behind it, there's no follow-up, it really doesn't accomplish anything. Does that make sense, or is there more to it?
No.
I mean, you really need to have a measurable goal. And I wanted to ask you, because you were, you said Southwest by Southwest, is that what it was?
South by Southwest, yeah.
South by Southwest. And did you do you did the tweeting? And did you do the 90210? Did you get people to, because I was one of the people who registered for that, so I could follow you guys.
Yeah, we got a lot of help from Isaac, so hang on, let's want to do Cindy's here. If not,
Right
what's
down.
up? Yeah, but we have people following along via text messages through 90210, Facebook, Twitter. We had our own website where we were blogging. We had a YouTube channel. We were highly plugged in, so we were creating content for about 3 straight days. But yeah.
Good. I hope that you'll be able to share your story and journey with us sometime. Any other questions?
Questions? All right, let's give her another round of applause for Tammy. And now we're going to do introductions, which is good. We run on time, 12:40. So we'll start with Casey over here. Feel free to stand up and project and tell us who you are, your company, and then briefly if there's anything we can do to help you.
I'm Casey Freshour. I'm a freelance graphic designer and looking to bring on new clients. Check out the website, caseyshead.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Dana Vesprini. I'm a realtor with the Charles Reinhardt Company and looking to connect with anyone looking to buy or sell their home. So please come see me if that's you. Thank you.
Hi, Karen and Bob Hesselberg, and we're learning all this.
Hi, I'm Bob, and my company's Bob Frame Photography, and I take pictures.
Good ones, too.
Yeah, good pictures. Hi, I'm Mike Wynn with Sandler Training in Ann Arbor, where we help entrepreneurs and owners of small businesses sell more and sell more easily. And in the spirit of giving today, I want to embarrass Bob here. Bob, if you go to our website, sandlerannarbor.com, you'll see a picture of Rich and I and Joe. And Bob took that picture, and it so impressed our corporate people that they're rolling out a new website design for over 280 offices because of Bob's work. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Liz Czak from Czak Creative Resources. I've had my own company for 16 years. Work a lot with healthcare systems and universities and help people raise money from philanthropy departments. I'm a writer and project manager. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, I'm Karen Dickinson, and I'm a web designer focusing on front-end coding and theming for content management systems like Drupal and WordPress.
I'm Clara Trent, and my company is MX Design, and I just met Karen, and we might be able to do business because I do websites and brochures and logos and help your company stand out from everybody else's.
Hi, I'm Stacy from Dollarville, local digital print shop, and we love to help nonprofits present themselves in a professional manner in a cost-effective way.
Hi, I'm Tom Crawford, and among other things, I'm a mobile app developer, and I teach visual communication. Big news is if you have problems cooking in the kitchen or know somebody who does, you can check out the iPad app VizChef, V-I-Z Chef, and it's all visual app, over 1,900 photos. And actually, Casey's my designer, app designer, so I can definitely vouch for Casey's head. And new news, starting next week, probably towards the end of the week, the iPhone version will be up on the App Store as well, so iPhone and iPad.
TEDx.
Oh yeah, I should. Well, Roger, you do it. TEDx U of M, so I'm going to do the announcement. TEDx U of M, April 8th. It is a Friday. It is at the Michigan Theater. Last I checked, there were only about 100 seats left, and it fills 1,700 people, so there's going to be a ton of people there. The speaker list is amazing. Definitely topping the charts on those, and I'm doing a speaker coaching for it, so I can actually say from the inside the speaking is going to be awesome.
Hi, my name is Betsy Kavanaugh. I'm a mortgage lending officer with United Bank and Trust, and I specialize in helping people get into their houses and making a smooth process and being very sincere with them. So if you know of anybody that would be in need of someone that's going to be truthful and heartfelt with them, that's what I'm in need of, is clients looking for that type of care. Thanks.
Pam Sexton, also from United Bank and Trust, and I specialize in business loans, in particular with healthcare providers.
My name is Brett Borswold. I'm a recent grad from Eastern Michigan, and I studied international business and marketing. I've also gone through the AdWords program there, and right now I'm looking for either a marketing or just an SEM position.
My name is Deborah Campbell, and I work for a nonprofit called Work Skills, and we specialize in folks who have disabilities and a wide range of abilities, and finding employers that those folks will suit their needs.
I am Jim Campbell from ExcitingProductions.com. Did you know the average YouTube video is only watched for 10 seconds or less? I'd like to talk to people that would like to make their video more interesting for people and see how we engage people with the power of video on our website, ExcitingProductions.com.
I'm Becky Teller. I work in customer service at Huron Valley Printing and Imaging.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Schwartz, and I'm an account manager at Huron Valley Printing and Imaging. We offer marketing support and print communications, so a lot more than just doing a printing job. We take it further and really figure out who you're talking to and the best way to reach them. Thank you.
Well, my name is Ross Johnson. I run a web design agency here in town called 3.7 Designs. I also recently signed a book deal, so I've been doing more writing than designing. Thanks. But I want to give a shout out for Tom's app, Good Chef. I bought it the first day it came out, and it really is awesome. If you do any cooking or want to do cooking or thought about cooking, you should buy it because it's like one of the coolest apps I've ever seen. Next Wednesday, WordPress Ann Arbor is going to be meeting. It's a free event, so if you do anything with WordPress or like WordPress or a WordPress site, check it out or see me afterwards.
Hi, Lanny White with growbiz.org. I'm looking for people who have interview experience in customer service surveys. So if you are, or if you know some folks who have interview experience with customer service surveys, please see me.
Hello, for those of you who don't know me, I'm David Waite. I'm an intern at Nugenix, and apparently the understudy intern for LA2M. So, you guys saw me out there.
Yes, Nikki will be back next week. She's in Florida. I'm Tammy Reisner from Nugenix. I do social media marketing, digital PR, search engine optimization. LA2M actually has over 4,000 Twitter followers. I just checked, actually, 4,100. So if you're ever not here, feel free to live tweet those questions at LA2M, and we can start getting this ball rolling, and you can be involved even if you're not here. Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Jerry Willis of MySupwork.com, a career development website connecting students to professionals.
I am Kyle Stoof. I haven't heard my name a lot today. I work with the Whole Brain Group. We're down on Ann Street. We do WordPress website development, iPhone, iPad apps, SEO, SEM, lots of fun digital marketing stuff. But we have 2 open positions now that we just opened this week. The first one is more of a left brain position for a WordPress website developer, doing kind of the back end geeky stuff that I like to talk about. And then on the right brain, we're looking for a designer with user experience know-how. So if you have any questions about it or anything like that, please talk to me, or you can get in contact with Marissa Smith, who is our leader. So.
I'm Dave Murray, and believe it or not, I am standing. I run Good Stuff Studios, which is a small graphic design firm here in Ann Arbor. I'm trying to think of what I can do to help everybody out here. Yeah, okay, we can get together. If you guys have any kind of marketing ideas, any kind of imaging ideas, we always go out and we'll get together with whoever for free and talk about it and discuss it and see if we can help you out. I have my portfolio here, I have my business cards, and I don't bite, so come see me after the meeting.
Hi, I'm Mary Suzanne Paddock. I'm an executive coach and small business consultant. I work with CEOs, small business owners, and senior executives to help them live and lead as their best selves and to get what they want in work and life. Oh, and if that's any of you, I would love to meet you and arrange a sample session. Thanks.
My name is Stephanie Stevens. I just opened up a franchise called Enopi of Ann Arbor, and it's a competitor to Kumon in a sense that we do after-school enrichment programming for math, English, and reading, I mean. And that's a fabulous curriculum that's been approved of by the United States Department of Education, and also additionally endorsed by the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. And what's so special about us is that we use certified teachers only to administer that curriculum to the children. We get a lot of one-on-one tutoring with a fabulous curriculum, and we're hoping to be one of those folks who help raise our society up and help the educational system partner as much as it can with the public schools. And anyway, that's what I'm doing. So, and Mary Suzanne is my executive coach, and she's wonderful. Just wanted to do a little endorsement there. Thank you.
I am Pat Gage with Phoenix Media Group, where we use social media along with videos to have companies dominate their first page of Google with their keywords. We use press releases, articles, blogs, all that kind of stuff to get you on the top of the keywords in Google for your keywords. I got an ask today if anybody has any dentist here in town that I can go talk to. We're developing a new application for dentists. I'd like to talk with them and show them what we're doing. So if you have somebody that can, okay, cool, thank you, appreciate it.
I'm Roger Rayle. I bill myself as an information consultant, but I also thought, like there's travel agents, I guess I can be considered a networking agent because I advise people on which networking groups might be good for them if they're just getting into networking. The other thing I do, and have been doing for going on 18 years, is watching over the polygalman 1,4-dioxane groundwater contamination that's making its way through town. And there's a meeting about this on March 30th, which is what, a Wednesday? Wednesday night? Next Wednesday? Thursday? Wait a minute, what is today? Wednesday? 23rd, so 7 days from now, 30th, yeah, it's Wednesday. Remedial math, right? There's also a CTN show that we were interviewed on. That's going to be showing starting Friday. If you go to CTN channel 13, you can see the schedule for that and all the replays. I think there's like 4 showings of it before the meeting, so you can get up to speed before you come to the public meeting on the 30th. That's going to be at 7 o'clock at Abbott School. The other thing that's going on the night before that is A2 New Tech is having instead of having the 5 presenters like the normal month, this is going to young companies presenting. This is going to be one presenter talking about how to get customers for young business. So that'll be at the Blah Auditorium. I think it's at 6:30 or 7 again. If you go to a2newtech.org, you can see the schedule for that.
Hi everybody, I'm Todd Kanye. Isaac 902, I'm the 90210 guy. I'm so pumped about mobile media right now. I'm so stoked about what's going on in mobile media. In networking, and thank you very much, Tammy, for a great presentation. I just want to give an example of how this works, and you never know who you're talking to when you're standing next to somebody. I'm engaged with the Detroit network after work. So I went to an event last week, and and there's about 200 people in this facility. It's a club, and I'm standing there, and I hold my iPad. I sign people up, and they ask me, "Wow, that's an iPad, really cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, it plays video," and I hand them a video that shows what I do, and they sign up. So it's cool. So I'm standing next to this guy, and he's a kid, right? And he's he's not dressed in a suit. He's dressed nice, but he's probably kind of like I am, and you can't have preconceived notions of who you're talking to or who's standing next to you, because it could be anybody. And long story short, this is the guy that holds these events all over the country. And there's 300 people in this event, and he wants to get on board with me and the 90210 to advertise and to sell and to connect people. So the thing about social and networking and social networking is that you never ever know who you're standing next to and who you're talking to. So talk to everybody. That's really what it's all about. So Todd Gagne, 90210, Isaac, if you want to make some money, come see me.
Chris Lynn with Mandy and Pandy. Just want to thank Tammy for the very informative discussion. I learned a lot from it, and I think relationships is what it's about, and reciprocating that. What I want to be able to do now, we're our 5th year of our company right now, and we're entering a growth phase with this new set of curriculum books. We teach kids Chinese in a fun and easy way. And we have a position that we're offering up, starting on Tuesday, for VP of Marketing and Sales, and then a couple of interns to help push that book business. So if you know anybody, we're going to be in Melange at the Hot Shots with Spark. Let people know about it, and we'll be looking at resumes at that point.
Lee Gorman, Barton Consulting Services. I help entrepreneurs and nonprofit organizations sort through, clarify, and focus on their visions and missions so they can do what they really want to do.
Rich Austin from Sandler Training. Again, you've probably heard my voice too much today, so I'll keep it short. But Tammy, thanks again for this session. I believe that having a goal, going to a networking event, is similar to having a goal in any aspect of life, and that's about living intentionally and doing things with meaning and finding meaning. And when we're at events like this, it's about making a human-to-human connection with somebody else, finding out a little bit about them, and then seeing how we might be able to help them in a meaningful way.
So thank you again.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Ringline. I'm the founder of On Point Business Planning Solutions. For all of us that have to put business plans together, a lot of us are overwhelmed, and I actually have a process to eliminate that feeling. Thanks, Tammy, for the talk today. Up until 2008, I was a corporate America geek. Lost my job like so many people out there, but rather than sitting home, I started 3 successful companies. Wanted to give an example of the power of networking. 2 years ago, I was in Las Vegas for a home show. I went there with a goal to meet somebody to look into partnering for LED design. I ended up meeting a gentleman that owned a company in Las Vegas called Micro Energies. He, I, and a friend from college have now created our own company in Canada and are actually building an energy plant, a biomass energy plant. We'll be adding $15 million to the Ontario business and hiring people. And this was just from stopping at a booth, striking up a conversation, finding out that we had a lot of commonalities. So networking is huge. It should be a tool in everybody's toolbox that are entrepreneurs and business owners. Finally, I'm also the owner of Ringlines Riverfront Resort. For all of you that are ready to take a break this summer, come and see me, and I got a great place to get away and relax. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tim Rose. I'm currently a master's student at the engineering school here at Michigan, and I'll be graduating in a short month, so I'm excited about that. And I'll be working for IBM next fall doing consulting services, so I'm getting a taste of corporate America for a little while. But as Tammy was talking, I was trying to think, what could I give as a very young student? And so what I was thinking is, I'm a teacher in the engineering school, so I have a lot of very bright young engineers that are, looking for either internship sort of employment or full-time employment in the future. And so there's a lot of computer science people up there. So if you're looking for getting younger kids involved with your startup companies, then I could definitely offer that. And in terms of what I'm looking for, just honestly some advice as to how to kind of approach the real world, because that's coming pretty soon. So appreciate that. Thank you.
Wake up earlier.
Get a doctorate.
Get a doctorate.
Hi, I'm Gordon Kangas with Fluent. I help people make better presentations through giving seminars on skills, as well as working with them one-on-one for your next big presentation. And I do want to thank Tammy and just say, if you're really looking for any kind of connection, Tammy is so generous. She knows so many people, and so she's definitely someone you want to get in touch with. Thanks.
My name is Mark Reynolds, and thanks to Tammy, that's always a tough thing to talk about networking at a networking meeting with a bunch of networkers, but she did a really good job. I want to talk about networking too. I've met a couple guys that presented over the last couple of weeks. Tom Crawford, he's invited me to come to TEDx. Hopefully I can get a ticket. We had a chance to meet and talk about all the skills that are involved in being a presentation coach. And Gordon Kangas and I may get a chance to work with the University of Michigan. We'll see how this works through the Athletes in Action program. So anyway, thanks again to Tammy.
Hi, I'm Carter Sherwood from Studios, and I'm a commercial editorial and portrait photographer.
All right, and I'm Derek Maribon, CEO of Ingenix Digital Marketing. It's 12:59. I'm very impressed. We made it around the room. And some good things were shared today, so that was wonderful. So Mary Suzanne is also my executive coach, and I could definitely vouch for her. She's really, really talented. And it's interesting for me because she has a background in my industry, which is advertising and marketing, even before becoming a coach, so that's been very valuable. And I also use Sandler. Rich and Mike got a lot of props tonight. I think it works too. I know Tammy uses it, Mark uses it. It's a pretty neat system. So just a real quick shout out. Thanks to Roger Rayle for video recording always. Thanks to Vince Shimolevsky, who always records for podcast. Thanks to Tiffany and David for doing introductions, and Tiffany for all the marketing help. Thanks to Stacy for providing the menus. And don't forget Carter. I know, geez. And thanks to Carter for taking photos. And also Mark Reynolds is helping us book speakers too. So next week should be a real treat. This guy's a nut. John Lichtenberg, I don't know if he's watching right now. But John Lichtenberg, who's the head of marketing at Walsh College. Has anyone seen him speak before? Good. Well, then y'all got to come back. This guy is extremely talented. He's coming all the way from Troy to come out here, and he's really a very, very talented guy. He's smart. And all right, so before we leave, let's give a round of applause for Tammy Burgess.